Okay, so the text, the numeric entries, and the functions for the worksheet, the meat of the actual worksheet, that's all complete now. Now we just what we need to do is format it. So we format a worksheet in order to emphasize certain entries, as well as making it easier to read and understand. This would not be acceptable in my opinion, especially because I see November and September, okay, and car payment and miscellaneous and entertainment. Okay, so I can't actually see it without clicking on it. So this is not acceptable in my opinion. It needs to be formatted. So when you're formatting the worksheet, you want to consider the ways that you can enhance the worksheet so that it appears professional. So identify what you want to emphasize. What elements should you emphasize? Look at the font size. Should you increase it? Should you decrease it? What about the font color? Do we want to center the titles and the subtitles, or the column headings? Should we modify the column widths to best fit those texts in the cells? Do we want to change the font style? That stuff. Excuse me. All right. So we're going to change all of this, obviously. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click cell A1 to make it the active cell. And then we have something called cell styles, and they're over here. When you click more, you've got all of these different things that you can use. Oops, I'm sorry. So we are, because this is the title, we are going to select title. If you hover over, it'll preview it for you. Title. Okay. Select A2. And then we are going to go to font. We're going to do Calibri Light. Okay. We're going to select cell A1 again, and we're going to bold it. And then we're going to bold A2. Same thing with Word. We go to the font group here, click on B for bold. With A2 still selected, we're going to change the font size to 14. Okay. Select on A1. We're going to change the font color so we can make it stand out more. We're going to go to the font color arrow. And we're going to find orange accent 2. Make it orange. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing for A2. Okay. So what we can do with these cells as well is, like similar to tables in Microsoft Word, we can join them to make one big cell. It's called merging. So we're going to select cell A1 and we're going to drag it all the way down to N1. And we're going to click on the merge and center button. Merge and center will merge A1 all the way over to N1. Okay, so that makes it one big cell. So now this is A1. It's not B1, C1 or anything. Now it's just called A1. We're going to do the same thing for A2 all the way to N2. Merge and center. So now this is A2. So it looks a lot better that way, I think. Okay, now we're going to format the rows using the cell styles. So we're going to select A3 all the way over to N3. We're going to find heading 1 in the styles. So we're going to click on more here. Heading 1. And then we're going to center it. Now it's all sorts of messed up. We've got income, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, we're going to have to change that up. Okay. going to do the same thing here. Select A8 to N8. More. Heading 1. Center. Now we're going to go A6 through N6. Select. Click more. We're going to find the total style. So you can kind of see that these styles kind of emphasize numbers. So if you just wanted to know the total, you can just find the total row. A19, I'm sorry, A17 through N17, same thing. More, total. A19 through N19, our net row. We are going to format with accent 2 right here. Make it orange. It's got white text now. Okay, now we're going to alternate the colors here. We are going to select A4 through N4. And now what we're going to do is we're going to select adjacent, non-adjacent cells, I'm sorry. So while we do that, what you can do is you can select a row, hold down the control key, and select other rows. So I've selected A4 through N4. Now hold the control key, and while you're holding the control key, select A9 through N9. Keep holding that control key. A11 through N11. Don't let go. A13 to N13. Keep it. A15 to N15. So now we have those selected. Go here, and we're going to find 20% accent 2. Okay. Now, as you can imagine, we're going to do the other ones. So again, hold down the control key on the keyboard. A5. Oops, I'm sorry. My bad. We're going to do A5 through N5 first, then hold the control key. A10 to N10. A12 to N12. Remember, we're holding the control key the entire time. A14 through N14. A16 through N16. Let go of the control key. Styles. And we are finding 40% accent 2. So we've made this look all pretty now. Okay. Now, based off of the requirements of what the person wants in this spreadsheet, the numbers in the first row and the last row of each section should be formatted to use a dollar and cents format, while the other numbers should receive a comma format. We're going to use dollar and cents format to make it clear that the numbers are representing dollar values. It's money. But we don't want to clutter the entire worksheet with dollar signs, but just make it apparent. It's usually an accounting type of format. So we're going to select B4 through N4, and we're going to change the number format up here to accounting. Okay, so now it adds the accounting format. We've got the dollar sign, the comma, the decimal point. Okay, but we're not going to have dollar signs all across. It's just that only a couple of rows. Now we're going to select B5 through N5, and we're going to do the comma style by selecting the comma here. Okay. Now you might notice, you're like, why do I have a bunch of these dashes here? Well, in the accounting format or in any financial format, zeros are usually represented by dashes. It's just easier to read that way. Okay. Now we're going to go to B6 through N6. Change this again to accounting. So you can see this just looks better. You usually do the first row and the last row, just to make it apparent that it's money, without cluttering all those extra dollar signs. Easier to look at. Okay, so we're gonna go to B9 through N9, again, accounting format. Then we're going to do B10 through N16, that chunk of text, comma. Okay. Now we're going to do B17 through N17, accounting. And then B19 through N19, accounting. Now you might ask yourself, why not currency? Because you probably saw currency there. The difference between accounting and currency is accounting, when you're actually doing ledgers, there's a specific format. And really one of the main differences is you'll notice the dollar sign is flush to the left. That's an accounting style. Currency doesn't have that. I'll show you. See, it's just flushed right to the number. So this is it. It's easier to read this way in the accounting format. Okay, so now we're gonna get rid of my pet peeve and adjust the column width so I can see everything. So we're gonna go to the boundary on the right side of column A here until we get the split double arrow. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to double click to adjust the width of the column to accommodate the width of the longest item in the column. Okay, so double click on it and it will set it to best fit, meaning miscellaneous, I think, maybe entertainment, is the longest in the column, so it adjusts the column so everything's in there perfectly. That's called best fit. If you ever see something that says adjust this column to best fit, what you do is you go up here to the boundary and double click. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for B. Between B and C, double click. And it kind of moved a little bit, you probably saw that. C and D, double click, it moved. And then you can make it easy. Double click, and it will do it for the whole spreadsheet. So now you can clearly see everything. There, we adjusted the column width, and later I'm going to show you, I think in probably a different video or a different project, that you can specify specific column widths as well. You don't have to necessarily have it as best fit. We can also use, so I showed you the formula bar up here, and when I type, you can either type up here or you can type in the cell. This is the formula bar here. This is usually where we're entering formulas. We did that with the sum. And you will be hand coding formulas, I think, next module. We'll be doing like some manual formulas. But right here, over here is a name box. So say, for example, that you want to get to N11, but you didn't want to click it. You just type in N11, and it'll select it for you. That's the name box. You can also get to cells by using the arrow keys as well. Whatever you need to do.